Hello, I am Kasam Sheikh and welcome to my channel. Today in this video, we will be creating a Linux virtual machine using Azure Portal. So, as you can see over the screen, I am into Azure Portal, that is portal.azure.com, and as a prerequisite, you need to have an Azure Microsoft Azure subscription. And if you have directly landed up to this video, I would recommend to watch my another video with the title Creating Azure Virtual Machines for Windows, because these steps are very much similar for Windows and Linux machine. So let's start up. As you can see on the screen, I have already created one virtual machine for Windows and it's running. Let's click on virtual machines and click on add. So here you will be getting a list of virtual machine images. Let's select the Ubuntu server for Linux and let's select this 17.04. Deployment model should be resource manager, a recommended model. Click on create. So here you are getting 4 steps. Let's configure with the basic settings. Let's provide a name, VM Linux for demo. So this name is should be unique under your subscription. Not necessary that it should be unique with globally or something. It's just need to be unique under your subscription. Let's select HDD, hard disks, or let's give the same username. So in Linux machine, you have an authentication type that is SSH. Public key, because Linux machine are mostly connected with an SSH key authentication method. We can use password. We can after creating the VM also we can change this type. But as for this demo, I will be selecting as password and would give a password for this subscription. And you can select a new VM or sorry, you can select a new resource group, or you can also select the existing resource group. But let's create a new resource group so that we can check for like what all resources it creates while creating an Linux machine. That's the location we West US. Click on OK. So now the second step is to choose the size of our virtual machine. Click on View All. It's a very nice UI, you can say, for comparing the different sizes available. But don't forget to also watch the prices, estimated price given. Now this prices are in INR, that is Indian rupees. So let's directly go to the A0 size, A0 basic, as it's only for demo. As per your requirement, you can see the scores, you can see the data disk and all. Let's go with AO basic. So it comes up 800 per month. Just click on select. Now you can select the availability set, that is for mostly in use for scaling purpose. But for this demo, let it be as none. For storage, let's click use manage disk as no, so that it will create a new account, new storage account, as you can see over here. Now not let the all the networks be as default. It will create this new virtual network and subnet. If you can click over here, you can you can create a new virtual network as of now from over here. This is was the existing one. You can select this also, but let's go with the default one. Let's not touch this setting as of now. We'll look into this when we will be having a video for virtual networks. So let's keep this all as default. You can also configure the shutdown, auto shutdown timings. Let it be off. You can change everything after the creation also from the settings. This is a diagnostic for storage account. Let's click on OK. So that storage account earlier was basically to save the VHD file which the virtual machine it requires. So that VHD file is into that storage account. So it, for the fourth step, it just validated, it runs through some validation process. And as you can see, this is a new feature, new additional what we say, a feature or an additional thing which is being added, that you can see a per hour estimated cost also. So as we have selected this Ubuntu server with basic A0, and so we will be getting 1.1897 INR per hour as our for the pricing. This is the rest summary which we selected in this previous three steps. Let's click on agree the terms. So this template can be downloaded and can be preserved for creating more machines or multiple VMs with the same settings in future. So this all settings which we did right now with one, two, three, this three steps could be now, if you download this template, it could be an scriptable template. You can just open it within your local machine or Visual Studio, and you can make the changes required, and you can just create the multiple VMs. So for as of now, let's click on create. So this entire like process, like the spinning up of this Linux machine could take at least minimum 8 to 10 minutes. So let's pause the video for that purpose. We can track it, like what all steps it's going through. Let's click over here. So it just it will give the summary that it just started 9:25. Okay, so it's deploying. These are the steps. It creates the virtual network, storage account. You can also open up the resource group. Must have created this one, VM Linux, which we created just now. You can see the storage account is now created. The disk storage account for the logs. This is our virtual machine, Linux virtual machine. The network interface, public IP is all created now. If you go to this storage account, that is of disk, in the overview, I believe it's spinning up, not now. Okay, we'll see it later. So still getting wind up. Let's click over here again. You can see the things still deploying. Here are the more steps. See, so great, it got succeeded and it took 6 minutes. Okay, so it took much less time than creating a Windows Azure machine. It took approximately 11 to 12 minutes. It took 6 minutes. So let's see. These are all the steps being performed. Now let's go to resource group under that VM Linux. And let's go to the storage account. Let's go to blob. Okay, so you can see that VHD files being saved in this account. It is approximately it's 30 GB. So this storage account costing is to include it, or it's you will be also be included in your pricing, apart from that VM machine pricing which was shown earlier. So you need to take care of this too. So this is the reason, if you stop or you start your, if you stop the server, stop the machine, or you decommission the machine, you still get the charges, and this is the reason behind it, because the storage account associated with that particular VM does have this files inside it. Let's see what all resource it has created. Yes, so there is two storage account, one for that VHD file, the another one is for log. This is our machine, and the IP address, the network security group, virtual network. So these all the resources are now created. Let's go to our VM, and you can see it's in status as running, the size which we selected as A0. This is the network and CPU usage. It's very less. It was just at the time of creating that VM. The disk bytes, the operations which is being carried out. You can see the network graph from here. Okay, so let's go to, if you click on connect to connect the machine, you can connect to this machine through SSH, but there is an option wherein you can uh, connect your Linux machine through RDP. We'll share that video or we'll share that article link soon in this description of this video, wherein there would be a steps to how to connect this Linux machine through RDP. So, as we have given the password while creating this, we can change it from this section under reset password. So you can change the things from, if you go to SS public, or you can just reset the configuration. Just click over here, just enter the details and just click on update. That's it. You can see the disk. Okay. We can also add the disk. How to add the disk? I will just show into this portal, and when I will create the video for how to for connecting the Linux machine, we will again go through these steps. So better I will continue in that video itself. Otherwise, it would be an part things. We can change the size of this machine from clicking onto size and just select which size you need to change. As we have selected this AO basic, we can just select this A1 and click on select, and it will start resizing. It will take a few minutes. Great. So it just resized the machine, and now in the overview section, you can see the size is now basic A1. So in this way, you can change the size. You can add disk from over here. Um, uh, would recommend to just not watch this video, but try creating a Linux machine of your own so that you can go through the properties, you can go to the options, you go to the validations while creating the video, and it would help you as, and this creation of a VM machine is also a part of 70532 examination, that is of developing Azure applications for Microsoft certifications, developing Azure applications. So you can sign up the free trial account and just try it out of your own. So hope you have learned something new. If you have enjoyed this video, kindly subscribe to my channel, like this video, share it across in your group. Um, Thank you for watching again. Happy Azure coding. Bye bye.